The marquees to the game for Wheeling Central. Get ahead in counts. Smart base running for Toronto. Clean defense and long at bats. A sunny day, a chill day here in the Gem City as we get set for high school Grand Slam baseball, Toronto and Wheeling Central. We'll be back with the lineups in the first pitch in a couple of minutes.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
Meet the new Massey Ferguson 1 GC Series subcompact tractor. These small but mighty machines help you get more done on your property. They're easy to operate for first-time owners and packed with power. Mow, haul, dig, and clear brush, all without breaking a sweat. Plus, with a wide array of attachment options, you can work through every season with ease. From summer mowing to winter snow removal, the MF1 GC Series does it all. Learn more at MasseyFerguson.com or visit DJ Sales and Service today.
When it comes to reliable garage door installation and service, count on the team your neighbors trust. Wayne Door Sales. From Wintersville and St. Clairsville, we're here with dependable products and service you can rely on every time. Wayne Door Sales, your local garage door experts.
Weather in the Ohio Valley can change
in an instant. The Severe Weather Team 9 app will help you plan and prepare.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today and be prepared before weather threatens.
On the next Bucko Triple Play, a look back at the home opening series with the Orioles and a look ahead to the matchup with the Padres.
And our guest will be former big league player, MLB analyst, one of the funniest guys around, and Pittsburgh native, Sean Casey.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
Well, a good one on tap between Toronto, who's ranked number 2 in Ohio Division 6, only behind Highland, and the number 1 team in West Virginia Class AA, the defending state champions, the Wheeling Central Catholic Maroon Knights. Well, the visitors in white, and manager Todd Cover puts this lineup on the card. Leading off, the shortstop, Jake Brown. Zane Rosnick bats second. He'll play first base. Coy Lipinski hits third. He is the catcher. And Brady Ernest is the cleanup hitter. He gets the start in left field. Batting fifth, Cade Coronas. He's the center fielder. Clay Petrie hits sixth, plays third base. Braden Cover, coach's son, bats seventh, plays second base. Hitting eighth, the DH, Trent Lander. And Matt Crinity gets the start in right field for Wheeling Central. Brown, Rosnick, Lipinski, Ernest, Coronas, Petrie, Cover, Lander, Crinity, 1-9, and it's in front of Drake Boucher, our D&J sales and service pitcher for the homestanding Red Knights. 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA, 12 innings, 7 hits, 5 Ks, 6 walks, a whip of 1.08, and there is the defensive alignment, his battery mate Caden McGrath behind the dish. Lucas Wiseman at first, Chase Eckenthorne at second, Gunnar Newbold the shortstop, Michael Henry the third baseman. In the outfield, Max Rebish in center, anchored by Tanner Newbold in left and Colton Wiseman in right. Rich Donnelly, Drake's older brother Dom, a Division I baseball player. Drake on his way to play Division I baseball as well, a commit to Oakland. It's a good baseball family. A lot of Division I talent, not just on Toronto's side, but a couple of guys for Wheeling Central as well. A lot of talent on both squads.
Yeah, like I said, last year we had a 2-1 game in 10 innings. That's rare for high school, but that means your pitchers were really well and you played clean. We expect the same thing today. Close game and very well played.
It was on April 7th last season. Wheeling Central 2, Toronto 1, as Rich mentioned, in 10 innings. Zane Rosnick, an RBI single, was the eventual winner. First pitch comes home, and it's a ball low at 5:05, right on the nose. 1-0 count to Jake Brown, a 250 clip, who skies one into left field. Camping underneath of it is Tanner Newbold, and that will be out number 1 in the top half of inning number 1. Our home plate umpire, Jerry DeBacco, on the bases. It's Steve Seminara. Again, a 5:05 first pitch in front of the folks here inside the Red Knight Baseball Complex in the Gem City. 52 degrees, the game time temperature. One away for Zane Rosnick, the junior first baseman.
The last time Boucher pitched, he got a lot of fly balls because he was throwing pitches up around the chest area and guys were trying to lift him. So let's see if today, if the same thing applies. Usually when you throw high like that, kids try to launch the ball and they launch it, but they don't launch it far enough.
Breaking ball foul back for strike one. Fastball upstairs 2-0 to Rosnick, a .464 average, 2 doubles, 9 runs batted in. Ball and a strike. Brown let it off, flew out the left field, 2 pitches into the contest. This one fouled out of play as well, and a 2-strike opportunity for both Rosnick at the dish and Boucher on the mound. Drake looking for strikeout number 6 this season in his 3rd start.
8 pounds of strike zone, pretty good.
Breaking pitch gets away from McGrath, evens the count at 2-2. Wheeling Central 1-2 so far this season. Again, the defending West Virginia AA state champions beating Philip Barber in the state title game last season 7-0. Just missed low, 3-2, the count full to Rosnick. Their first state championship since 2011 and 3rd in program history. The payoff pitch to Rosnick. Hit in the air, on the field of play, right side, drifting into foul territory, and the first baseman, Lucas Wiseman, makes the catch with 2 away.
Yeah, that ball was coming back into the, usually when balls go up in the infield, they come back toward the infield because of the spin on them. And that time, same thing, started out foul and came back fair.
Toronto undefeated, 5-0 to this point in the season. We saw them on the WVU Medicine High School Grand Slam against Steubenville last week. It was our first broadcast. Pitch inside to Coy Lipinski, 1 ball and no strikes, 400 clip, 3 doubles, 10 runs batted in for the senior catcher. Strike on the outer 3rd, 1-1 to Lipinski as McGrath sets up on the outside.
Yeah, Coach Perkins, they've upped their schedule. They play a lot of teams above them, which bodes well for the end of the year when they get into the tournament.
2-1. Two gone here in the opening frame. Brown flying out the left field, Rosnick to first base. This one fouled back. Evens the count at 2 apiece.
Yeah, it's so nice with the teams, these schools that have turf now, because on a day like today, you might not even play. It rained a little bit, but with the turf, it looks like it's, 75 degrees out here.
And if you're
but it's not.
You're a frequent viewer of our high school baseball productions, and you see every single one of them on a turf field. That is not a coincidence. Strikeout swinging, Coy Lipinski. Drake Boucher gets him in order, 1, 2, 3. Toronto comes to bat in the home half of the first. We'll give you their starting lineup, Wheeling Central's defense when we return.
Hi, I'm G&L Reedman, and for years I've kept you warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
I'm G&L Man, here to keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Take that, Jack. I'm here to battle heat waves so you can feel as cool as me.
Oh, no! Rheem's been producing award-winning heating and cooling solutions for more than 65 years. With G&L Heating and Rheem, you're getting top-quality, innovative products with the latest technology. Welcome to the new degree of comfort. Call G&L Heating today. We appreciate your business and look forward to serving you.
In all you do, your heart's with you. Pounding, fluttering, melting, singing. And we want to understand it on every level. So every single day, we're at the forefront. Advancing, transforming, treating, combining human kindness and clinical excellence. Also, you know that here, your heart's in the right place.
Weather in the Ohio Valley can change
in an instant. The Severe Weather Team 9 app will help you plan and prepare.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today and be prepared before weather threatens.
A scoreless top half of the first. 1, 2, 3 as Drake Balsher gets him to go down in order. Brian Perkins putting this lineup on the card. Cade McGrath leading off. He's the catcher. Balsher back second. He's the pitcher. Hitting third, Michael Henry, the third baseman. Cleaning it up, Lucas Wiseman. He's the first baseman. Batting fifth, Gunnar Newbold, the shortstop. Chase Heckathorn bats sixth, the second baseman. Then it's the DH, Heath Thomas. The left fielder, Tanner Newbold. And the center fielder, Max Rebish. In front of Steven Brodegard and this Wheeling Central defense. Brodegard, pretty darn good so far this season. Coy Lipinski behind the dish. Rosnick, Cover, Brown, and Petrie. The infield from first over to third. Cade Coronis, Matt Cornetti, and Brady Ernest is the outfield.
Yeah, we got two pitchers here, both going to be playing at the next level. Brodegard going to Mercyhurst, and like you said before, Balsher, I believe,
Oakland.
And I just talked to Chris Knoll, their hitting coach there, who's a good friend of mine, and they're very excited about getting Drake up there.
Fouled back into the glove of the catcher, Lipinski. It's 1-1 to Caden McGrath, senior backstop. Brodegard on his way to being a Mercyhurst Laker. Recently, a new Division I program, 2-1 as that one misses high.
Yeah, I talked to one of their coaches before the game. I stopped to get a sandwich, and one of their coaches were in it. He said, this guy, Brodegard, he has reached 87, 88 a couple times this year, which is outstanding for a high school pitcher.
Swing and a miss, count even at 2.
One of their stalwarts on their basketball team also.
State champion,
yeah.
Undefeated basketball team, you'd be correct.
He's one of their six and over guys.
Lipinski tried to frame it up to no avail. The home plate umpire, Steve DeBacco.
Yeah, jerked it in a little bit too far.
3-2, the count running full to the leadoff batter, Caden McGrath. We have not seen a base runner yet in this contest. And McGrath fouls one back yet again to stay alive.
Yeah, he's going from a stretch. Some guys feel more comfortable going from a stretch, even though there's no one on base. They just feel more compact and more comfortable.
Brodegard 0-1. Lost a 1-0 matchup to Highland last week and walks McGrath, first base runner of the contest. And it puts one on for Drake Balsher, a pitcher-on-pitcher matchup here for the second batter of the home half of the first. He had Brodegard 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run in that matchup with Highland. Walked 2, struck out 6. Balsher lifts one on the first pitch, left side. Backpedaling is Petrie, and over is the shortstop Brown to make the catch.
Yeah, that's a shortstop's ball, like I said before, especially off a left-handed bat. A pop-up to the left side is going to veer back in toward the infield. So it's a shortstop's ball. Did a good job there of calling off the third baseman.
Michael Henry in now, the third baseman, with 1 away. Check the runner over at first, and McGrath is safe.
Toronto's been very aggressive first couple games on the base pass. He got a big lead out there again. Let's see if they run.
Stays put. First pitch home, slider in there for a strike on Henry, the senior. Also a member of Sean Tucker's basketball squad, Jarrett Obuel's football team here at Toronto. 3-sport athlete. 1-0 missing low, count even at 1. Quarterback on the football team. One of our favorite plays of the high school football season. Had his field goal blocked.
Yeah, caught
into
it.
the air, caught it, and scored.
Unbelievable.
Another pickoff over to first base, no tag. And then, of course, the Akeem Davis pick 6, Wheeling Park, John Marshall, which swept the nation.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was
He dragged half of the
incredible.
team about 60 yards.
McGrath's going to run, pitch in there for a strike, throw down from Lipinski, skips, and McGrath is safe for a stolen base. So it's a 1-2 count on Henry with a runner in scoring position.
Good time to go. It was a breaking ball. Toronto's very aggressive on the base pass. And they also run, and I'll explain a little later, a delayed steal, which is a little different than a straight steal.
One-two. On the ground, up the middle, it's the shortstop Brown onto first, throws there, and it moves McGrath over to third, but 2 away as the out goes 6-3 for the cleanup batter, Lucas Wiseman.
Yeah, nice play by the shortstop. Showed a good arm there. And now these are the kind of hits that are golden if you can get them. These two out RBIs.
Senior first baseman Wiseman in there with 2 away. Dribbler, that dribbles foul left side, 0-1. McGrath led it off, walked, stole second on third. Drake Boucher popped out. Michael Henry grounded out.
Yeah, a lot of these catchers, watch our catcher, he's on one knee with a guy on third. I'm not a big fan of that because the ball to the catcher's right, it's very hard to slide out there and turn your shoulders when your one knee is already on the ground. We'll see if he does it again here. Yeah, he's on his knee, he's on his left knee.
Hit in the air, foul.
And you see a lot of big league catchers doing it now. That's sort of the style now. They're trying. The reason why they're on their knees is to get the low pitch for the umpire. But if you have a guy to throw strikes, that's pretty good. But if you have a guy that's throwing that slider in the dirt all the time, man, it's hard to get out there and block when you have your leg under you.
0-2. Brodegard comes set with a runner on third. The pitch runs inside, doesn't hit him. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was a purpose pitch to get him off the plate a little bit. Now you open up the outside corner if he chooses to go that way.
See if he does. Upstairs and out, 2-2.
Yeah, he was going there, just got up a little high. He had that 0-2 pitch. You back him off a little bit so they're aware of inside. Then it opens up the whole outside part of the plate.
Another foul down the first base side, so Wiseman hanging in there with 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's throwing pretty hard. He's throwing fastballs, and they're fouling them off, but they're fouling them off to the right side, which means the ball's getting by the hitter. So they have to shorten up here on this fastball.
2-2. Got him, strike 3 on the inner third with a breaking pitch, and Wiseman goes down looking. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left 90 feet from scoring the first run of the ball game. It's scoreless after 1, top 2 in a couple of minutes.
This is the Project Lead the Way pre-engineering program.
I enjoy it because it teaches me valuable skills like stuff I wouldn't experience, like metalworking.
The program is designed to give kids the background that they might need, especially if they're wanting to pursue a career in engineering.
I have personally learned a bunch about this machine and others, such as the plasma and laser.
Brooke County is the place to be.
Ms. Dawn's First Class Commercial Cleaning is a commercial and industrial cleaning company founded in 2016 by owner Ms. Dawn. Built on a hands-on approach, the team delivers reliable service and consistent results across the tri-state area. With 2 locations to serve you, 220 South Street in Steubenville and 3601 Main Street in Weirton, West Virginia. Ms. Dawn's is ready when your business needs it.
WVU Medicine and the MyChart app bring you the care you need when you need it. Over 65% of regional patients use My WVU chart, giving them instant access to test results, upcoming appointments, and direct messaging with their doctors. The app also lets family members securely connect as proxy users, so you can get help managing appointments and make informed healthcare decisions together. All designed so your access to quality care and your family's information is as simple as possible. WVU Medicine, quality care close to home.
No score as we begin the second inning here at the Red Knight Baseball Complex in Toronto. Only 1 base runner, no hits yet for either team. A leadoff walk stranded on third for the Red Knights in the home half of inning number 1. It is 4, 5, and 6. Brady Ernest, Cade Coronis, and Clay Petrie for the Wheeling Central Maroon Knights as we begin the second inning.
Yeah, both teams ought to be aggressive because both of these pitchers, for the most part, throw strikes. So if a guy throws strikes, be ready to hit that first pitch.
1-0 to Brady Ernest. Taking the ball high and the ball low. 2-0 now to the junior left fielder. A .294 clip. 9 runs batted in so far for Brady Ernest. Wheeling Central to this point in the season 1-2. Take on Fort Fry tomorrow at home. The Red Knights back at home on Thursday against Burgettstown. 2 balls and no strikes. It's inside, 3-0 as Ernest quickly ahead. First 3-ball count of the game for Boucher. This one hit away, a 3-0 green light. Back on his heels is Newbold, backing up and making the catch. No, he dropped it.
The ball. Yeah,
dropped the ball,
wow.
Had it for a moment, and then dropped it, and that allows Ernest to advance to second. A leadoff base runner, a leadoff play for Brady Ernest.
Yeah,
Puts him on second base.
Didn't quite get under the ball. He was drifting, and when you drift back like that and drift, your heels hit the ground and then your head bobs. And that's what happened. On the one bob, the ball hit his glove. That's a ball that should be caught, but he drifted on the wind. If you could see it, the wind's blowing straight out towards center and toward left. So that ball carried about 10 more feet.
Scoreboard says a hit. Wheeling Central Game Changer says a double, so that's what will score. And a leadoff double for Brady Ernest.
That was very generous. The idea here is to get this runner over to third, especially with what we anticipate is a low-scoring game. Try to pull this ball to the right side to get this runner to third.
Cade Coronis, 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. Coronis, 3-0-4, a double, and 5 runs batted in. Gets the start the senior does in center field. Quite the football campaign en route to Wheeling Central's football state title in December. Setting a Class A state record for yards and touchdowns in a tournament game. 2-0. Outside. Ball is strike, 2-1.
Yeah, here you got to give yourself up. If you can get a ball that you can pull and get the job done, that's what you're supposed to do.
Boucher's going to throw it into center field, and Ernest will make his way over to third. And nobody out, and Wheeling Central's got a runner on third base.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised throw. The guy was only like 3 feet off the base, and you see it a lot. You'll see it at every level, but a lot in high school. A lot of pickoffs end up either in center field or in the concession stand at first. So just hold them close. Don't throw the ball around the infield. Toronto's going to play infield in here with no outs.
2-1. Foul back 2-2.
And on the offensive side, you have a choice here to go on contact, which you usually don't do with no outs, or make the ball go through, which is probably the correct way to do it, or the safer way to do it.
Another foul ball out of play left side, 2-2 to Coronis. Ernest doubled. E1 put him on third base.
But in a game like this, you usually don't play up this early, but if you're expecting a low-scoring game, you might want to come up and take away the run.
Breaking pitch popped up left side. Michael Henry calls everybody off. Makes the catch for out number 1. Obviously not deep enough to score Ernest from third via sac fly, so 1 away for Clay Petrie, and we'll see how Boucher, the future Oakland Grizzly, works out of somewhat of a jam. Nobody out and a runner on third, now 1 out.
Yeah, the infield remains in again, and again on third you have a choice to make the ball go through or to go on contact.
In the air towards right field. This one could potentially
That's a tough one.
Ernest in the gap, and he gets down for a hit, and Ernest able to score as the Maroon Knights lead it 1-0. An RBI single for Clay Petrie. And his first hit of the year.
Yep, and that's he hit it what we call the Bermuda Triangle, the toughest spot on the field to catch a ball. You have the first baseman going out over his head, the second baseman running over, and his right fielder running in, and there's a dead spot on right field and left field, and he hit it perfectly.
So in comes Braden Cover. Pick off over to first base to keep Petrie honest. No tag. So Petrie now 1 for 6 on the season. Cover comes in batting 7th at .231 clip with 7 runs batted in. Boucher comes set. First pitch home to him is low and outside, ball 1. So Ernest led it off with a double into left field, got to third base on an error, and scored on the RBI single from Petrie, who's on first.
Yeah, the infield and middle should be a double play depth because the ground ball, they can turn it. Toronto they love to throw the bases. You can see already they've thrown one to second, which they threw away. And they've tried 2 or 3 pickoff attempts already. They love to throw the bases.
On the ground towards short, a chance for 2. Newbold to second, Heckathorn on the first, and it's a 6-4-3 double play to get out of the inning. A scary inning for Toronto, potentially leadoff runner on third, and Boucher and company get out of it by only giving up 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and a man left on base. Through 1.5, it's 1-0 Wheeling Central on the WVU Medicine High School Grand Slam.
We've all heard the term, time is money. But at First Choice America, time can save you money. Here's how. You've searched all over for the perfect deal on just the right car. But now you need the perfect financing. Take the time to call First Choice America, and you'll discover low, great rates, flexible terms to fit any budget, and no application fees. Plus, you'll receive $250 cash. First Choice America, where time can save you money.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
This week on Throwbacks, we've got a legend, James Worthy.
Big game James, Hall of Famer, 3-time NBA champ, and one of the smoothest to ever do it.
We're talking Showtime Lakers, playoff moments, and what made those teams so special.
Plus, check out what he sees in LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers as they gear up for the playoffs.
It's Throwbacks with James Worthy, streaming now wherever you get your podcasts.
One run on 2 hits for the Maroon Knights in the top half of inning number 2. It's bottom 2. And the Red Knights bring 5, 6, and 7 to the bat rack here in the home half of the second, starting with the junior gunner Newbold, who takes a first pitch breaking ball for a strike from Steven Brodegard.
Yeah, just the fact that Coach Perkins played his infield in the early in the game shows you that I think both managers think that this is going to be a low-scoring game.
And Brodegard quickly ahead 0-2 on the junior shortstop. A couple of breaking pitches in there for a strike. On the ground and foul as Newbold protects.
Yeah, probably looking for a breaking ball there and just reacted, fouled it off. Let's see what he likes to go to here. Usually on a 0-2 or 1-2 pitch, you get the idea of what the pitcher's favorite pitch is.
Strike 3.
And we talked about this the other day, Jack. A lot of times pitchers shake, and if you watch the game from the dugout, a lot of times when they shake, they throw to the same pitch. And right there, he shook twice to get to his breaking ball. So let's see if that is a habit throughout the game.
Strike on the outside corner to Trent Lander.
Yeah, so far,
check that, I'm sorry. It's Chase Heckathorn. I was looking at the wrong sheet.
He's got that breaking ball right on the outside corner right now.
And Brodegard quickly settling in back-to-back 0-2 counts to start the home half of the second.
A lot of times you try to strike guys out too much instead of pitching to contact, but when they swing and miss it, look bad, then you have a tendency to come back with that same pitch.
upstairs.
Right now, he's got pretty good control, pretty good command, I should say, of both fastball and curveball.
Got him.
Yep.
3 in a row for Steven Brodegard. And 2 to start the second inning, and he was fired up after that WVU Medicine strikeout.
Yeah, I don't know what his velocity is. I'm going to guess somewhere between 85 and probably 88, which is really, really good for a high school kid.
Foul back. Heath Thomas, the senior DH, in there with 2 away.
Yeah, nice moving fastball, board back in on the hitter. So now he has a choice. He could throw that fastball that moves in on your hands, or he throw that sweeper, we call it.
1-2, got him.
Yep.
What an inning it was for Steven Brodegard, striking out the side. 1-2-3 go the Red Knights in the home half of the second. We're through 2. Central leads at 1-0.
In all you do, your heart's with you. Pounding, fluttering, melting, singing. And we want to understand it on every level. So every single day, we're at the forefront. Advancing, transforming, treating, combining human kindness and clinical excellence. Also, you know that here, your heart's in the right place.
Join WTOV 9 and WVU Medicine for the Senior Expo on Tuesday, April 14th.
We're looking forward to seeing you at the Highland Sports Complex from 8:30 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Discover amazing businesses with over 50 vendors to help you live a happy and healthy life. You can also enjoy pickleball, bingo, giveaways, meet News 9 personalities, and more.
And the best part, it's all free.
Make your way to the WTOV 9 Senior Expo.
WTOV 9 Senior Expo, Tuesday, April 14th, sponsored by WVU Medicine. Bucco Triple Play, talking Pittsburgh Pirates baseball all season long. And there's no better way to keep up with the Pirates than Bucco Triple Play with Rich Donnelly, Bill Phillips, and Don Sloan. The National Gold and Silver Refinery, Rich's Treasure Chest, will feature tales from Donnelly's decade plus as a Pirates coach. Mondays and Thursdays each week of the season. Watch on YouTube or listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Back here for the top of the third, and it's 8-9-1 for the Wheeling Central Catholic Maroon Knights, who lead it 1-0. Trent Lander digs in. Search of his first hit of the season, 0 for 8 so far.
And when you face either one of these two pitchers, you might have to change your offensive game plan. You're not going to probably get 3 hits in a row to score a run. You might have to steal a base, bunt, hit and run, do something to get the runners around to home. Because like I say, I don't anticipate a lot of hits in this game, so you have to change your offensive philosophy.
This one hit well down the line, and it's foul.
Runs in this game are going to be golden because you don't want to get behind either pitcher like 2 or 3 runs. That means your team has to score 3 or 4 off a very good pitcher.
One and 2 to Trent Lander. The DH is 0 for 8 so far this season. Clay Petrie singled.
Nice breaking ball.
In the last inning, Brady Ernest scored the run. Lander strikes out. Drake Boucher's second of the game.
That was a beautiful breaking ball, what we call pitcher's pitch. He threw it. It looks like a strike. Ends up, I think you'll see it ends up low, and got the hitter to swing at it.
One dribbles foul to Matt Crinity, the 9-hitter, getting the start in right field. Crinity this season, a .375 clip. With 2 runs batted in. Jake Brown on deck. Top of the order on tap for the Maroon Knights. 1-1. Hit foul, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, he jumped on that fastball. Just got out a little bit too quick. Try to let that ball get a little deeper. Take it up the middle.
Boucher looking for back-to-back Ks. This one hit up the middle, over towards the bag. Goes the second baseman, Heckathorn. On to first, 2 away.
Pitch to contact, that's what he's doing here. Sometimes you get all enamored with strikeouts, but some of your best pitchers, they pitch to contact, make your fielders feel the ball just like that, and they have a lot of quick innings.
So Brown in there for the second time. First pitch swinging, chop towards Henry.
Good
and
arm.
It's
Nice.
a 1-2-3 inning for the Maroon Knights defensively. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After the top of the third. Still 1-0.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
This week on the Triple Option, it's madness.
Buzzer beaters, upsets. This is what March is all about.
Men's college hoops expert Jay Billis joins us to break it all down.
And UConn head coach Dan Hurley talks to us about Braylon Mullen's legendary game winner against Duke.
We get his take on the biggest moment of the tournament so far and what it takes to survive this time of year.
Get insight from experts and champions.
The Triple Option with Jay Billis and Dan Hurley, streaming now, presented by Wendy's.
Your voice, your town, your future. WTOV 9 brought you the Republican debate for our Ohio House District between Ron Ferguson and Frank Hoagland.
We don't want to see Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati put before Eastern Ohio.
Economic development is going to be how we're going to create more jobs.
I believe in abolishing the property taxes.
We was to abolish property taxes, folks. We are going to destroy the valley.
The answers you needed before making your voice heard. WTOV 9 is everywhere.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
Bottom of the third, it'll be 8-9-1 for the Red Knights, who trail at 1-0.
Both of these pitchers have they throw strikes, and one of the reasons why is their mechanics. If you watch them both, they're very, very sound mechanically. They're not flying all over the place. They stay back, and they're strike throwers.
Up and out. It's had some velo on it to Tanner Newbold, the senior. It'll be Tanner Newbold, Max Rebish, and then the top of the order for Toronto. 1-1. After giving up a leadoff walk, Steven Brodegard has settled in quite nice. Fly out, ground out, strikeout to end the first after the leadoff walk, and then striking out the side in the second. So 4 straight punch-outs for the Mercyhurst signee. 1-1. Bender in there and just missing upstairs. 2-1.
Yeah, that's the pitch. If you're a hitter, you want to jump on that high hanger right in the middle of the strike zone.
Cut at that one and comes up empty. 2-2. So Brodegard now looking for the 5th consecutive strikeout.
And that ball was a little out of the strike zone. Looked like a strike for about 50 feet, and then boom, it just darted to the outside.
2-2 pitch. Got him.
Beautiful.
Strike 3, 5th in a row for Steven Brodegard and the 5th of the ball game. One away for the 9-hitter and the sophomore center fielder, Max Rebish.
The thing I like about his breaking ball, Jack, is there's like 2 different speeds on it. The first one was real sharp, and then the second one was almost like a change-up speed.
Watch it there on the replay. The thing just broke off.
Yeah, it was like a wiffle ball.
Rebish chops it the other way, foul. The lefty fouls it down the third base side. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. And I'm no baseball expert like you, Rich Donnelly, but I would venture to guess that Steven Brodegard is what they call in the zone.
He's in it right now. Like I say, he's got all pitches, and he got it up a little bit.
And how about an announcer jinx? First hit of the ball game for the Red Knights, their first base runner since the start of the game.
Yeah.
Sophomore Max Rebish into the hit call.
That shows all you young hitters out there, 2 strikes, protect. If the ball is close, swing at it. Don't put your fate in the hands of the umpire. That ball was a little high, jumped all over it, base hit. Now let's see if Toronto continues their aggressive base running.
6 seniors, 2 juniors, and the sophomore in the lineup takes off. First pitch, strike. Throw down is not in time from Coy Lipinski. Rebish swipes second, and it's runner in scoring position now for the Red Knights trying to tie this thing up.
That's 2 stolen bases off 2 breaking balls. I don't know whether they're seeing this. Sometimes if you're at first and you can peek in, you can see the catcher put down 2, or if you can see the pitcher's grip. If you see a lot of the ball, it's usually going to be a breaking ball.
The 0-1 offering from Brodegard. Catches the upper third of the zone for a strike, 0-2.
Yeah, right here, try to put the ball in play. Pretty good chance he's going to be around the plate. Just try to put the ball in play.
McGrath fouled it back into the glove of Lipinski. Strike 3, the 6th punch out for Steven Brodegard. So 2 gone. And again, Rebish on second base. Another look at it here.
Yeah, he smoked it right by him. Yeah, nice pitch. 2 outs here, base runner. Try to get as much as you can. Probably going to be sent on any ball hit to the outfield. So try to get as much as you can at second.
Uh-oh. Caught up on the pickoff.
Yeah.
No, he's safe. Rebish, it looked like when he reacted to Brodegard ready to pick him off, he slipped.
Yep.
And Cover almost was able to tag him, but
Cover did a great job there. He came over and then acted like he was going back to his position, then darted back to second, and they almost got him. Veteran move. So 2 out, like I say, 2 outs. Try to get as much as you can out there. Base hit, you got to score with 2 outs.
Lipinski tried to frame it up, but it misses inside to Drake Boucher, 1-0. Boucher flew out to shortstop his last time up. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Rebish on second with 2 away.
Okay, got to sit on this fastball here. Look for a fastball, probably middle in. If you don't get it, don't swing. 2-0. This is a pitch you can do some damage on.
Out of play foul.
The pitch was a little bit on the outside part of the plate. Like the great hitter Al Oliver told me, he says, when you get ahead to count, this is where you do your damage. 2 strikes, you're going to protect the plate, be more of a defensive hitter. But 2-1, 2-0, 0-0, man, you got to jump all over that heater.
It's like yesterday in the Pirate game, Ryan O'Hearn, 3-0.
Yeah, he did. That was great. I love it. Because you're going to get a fastball and jump all over it, because that's the last fastball you might see.
And back goes Rebish. One of the things I never really understood was automatically taking it on 3-0. Now, if you get the vibe that the pitcher's in a little bit of a funk as Boucher skies this one into left on the field of play, and That's going to be down
fair
for a
ball,
fair ball as Rebish scores. Over the line went Ernest. I thought maybe it was a foul ball, but
came back in, Jack. Yep.
It ends up fair, and that's an RBI for Drake Boucher, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, we talked before about that ball hit off the left-hander's bat to left field or to the left side. The spin on it is always going to bring it back toward fair territory, and as it started out foul and came back. Let's look at it on the replay again.
And this one by Boucher lifted into left field. You can see Ernest creeping over towards the line and near the warning track. It ended up back in fair territory and scored Rebish to make it a tied ball game at 1.
Good at bat there.
Strike 1 to Michael Henry, who is 0 for 1. So an RBI for Boucher. And an opportunity here for Henry. A base hit could potentially give the Red Knights the lead. Up the middle.
Right at him.
Brown on to first. And the Maroon Knights get out of it with a 6-3 ground out, but not before the Red Knights tie at 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. And a man left on second base. Through 3, tied at 1. 2 of the area's better teams tied after 3. No surprise. It's the WVU Madison High School Grand Slam.
In all you do, your heart's with you. Pounding, fluttering, melting, singing. And we want to understand it on every level. So every single day, we're at the forefront. Advancing, transforming, treating, combining human kindness and clinical excellence. Also, you know that here, your heart's in the right place.
Thank you for your service means more when it's followed by action. Taking just 1 hour can remind a veteran they're valued. Fox 9 and Sinclair Cares are partnering with disabled American veterans to support DAV Community Impact Day. Neighbors coming together to serve veterans who live among us. Scan the QR code or go to sinclaircares.com to make a pledge to volunteer. Your skills, your time, and your heart create a powerful impact. Female military medical patients.
So we were coming in for just pregnancy checkups, ultrasounds.
Covertly recorded.
Patients are not prey, and yet that is the world that we live in.
Fighting for military justice.
These are mostly young people facing the most complex justice system in the country.
Outside counsel required.
Survivors are entitled to protection.
Spotlight on America's follow-up investigation, Broken Military Trust. Tonight on Fox 9 News at 10.
We enter the top of the 4th, tied at 1 between Toronto and Wheeling Central. UConn and Michigan tonight. Who do you like?
Oh, I like Michigan with their height. I think UConn doesn't have the height to, I watched the game last night, a girls' game, where the height underneath UCLA just dominated South Carolina, and I think the same may be true tonight.
Hopefully you Buckeye fans don't get too offended by that. Sorry. A lot of Buckeye fans in the Valley will be rooting for Danny Hurley and the Huskies, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Wiseman, Newbold, Heckathorn will hit next inning, as I forgot to flip my scorecard because it's the top of the 4th inning. It's Rosnick, Lipinski, and Ernest, 2, 3, and 4 for the Maroon Knights, who gave a run back in the home half of the 3rd. We're tied at 1.
I got a strange feeling about our call Roberta and tell her putting my supper in the oven. I think we're going extra innings again. This might be a repeat of last year.
2-0 to Zane Rosnick, who flew out to first base his last time up. Hit hard on the ground towards first base and past Wiseman. And rounding first and heading for second is Rosnick. Throw in from right field is in time, but off the mark from Colton Wiseman. And that's a leadoff double for the junior, Zane Rosnick.
Yeah, you got to watch here. If you come and do your stretching before the game, you know that the outfield grass is very high here. So that ball just died in right field. And he saw it, took advantage of it. Now they got a guy in scoring position. In a game like this, try to get this guy to third, either by bunt or hitting the ball to the right side.
Coy Lipinski struck out his last time up, an opportunity here with nobody out and a runner in scoring position. Boucher from the stretch, I should say, comes set, misses low, 1-0. Lone run for the Maroon Knights. Brady Ernest doubled and scored. He's on deck. That was in the second inning. And last inning, Max Rebish singled. Drake Boucher drove him in. The 1-0 from Boucher. Chopped. Left side. Diving over is Gunnar Newbold, but a tough play and an infield single for Coy Lipinski. Newbold was kind of playing near the bag and was going back over towards left field and closer to third base. Tough play on the turf, and it just bounced away from him.
Once you dive, it's short there. You're not going to be able to throw to first unless your name is Ozzie Smith. And, let's see if Wheeling Central, if they try to advance these runners by the bunt here in this close game.
Boucher's going to step off and think about it for a moment. First and second and nobody out for Brady Ernest.
Sometimes what you can do here, come to a set and then step off and see if the hitter's going to bunt or not. See if he squares. Does not.
Breaking pitch in the air in right field. Wiseman sprinting, unable to make the catch. Runners go station to station, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. Throw to second was almost in time to get Lipinski, but he's safe.
Yeah, the runners, that was a tough play for the runners because they probably thought the ball was going to be caught, and they hesitated, and that's why the play at second was so short, or so close.
Brian Perkins is going to call timeout and chat with his infield. Sticky situation for anybody.
Yeah, you don't want to give up runs here. It's going to be interesting to see whether they play in or they play a double play depth and give them the run. Like I say, in these games with these two pitchers, you don't want to get too far behind either one of them because chances of scoring 4, 5, 6 runs is going to be not good. So let's see what he's talking to him about. Of course, ball back to the pitcher here, you're going to throw home. And if you're a catcher, all you catchers out there, you got to tell your pitcher what to do when the ball's hit back to him. Because if you don't, in this situation, he will spin and throw to second. And that, you do not want that. You want him to throw to you to get the force at home, and then maybe I can throw to first and get a double play. They're going to play back in the middle, up on the corners. Try to stay away from the big inning.
Bases loaded, nobody out for Cade Coronis. First pitch, low for ball one.
Yeah, ball hit to third, he's going to come home. A ball hit to first, he's going to come home. Ball hit to, like I said, the pitcher, he's going to come home.
Dribbles back to the backstop. Here comes the runner from third, Rosnick, and he scores, and it's 2-1. Lipinski to third, Ernest to second on the pass ball.
And now you have to bring in the infield all the way to cut off a run. And one of the great announcers of all time, when I was growing up, and you know, Jack Bob Prince used to always say, when you bring the infield in, add 100 points to the hitter's batting average.
Away to Coronis. So the count 3-0.
Yeah, they had a score. They had 1 and 2 on the scoreboard. They need to change it. 3-0. Here you might let the guy in. We talked about the 3-0 pitch, Jack. Maybe he could give him the green light if he's a pretty decent hitter.
Out there, he takes a strike.
Yeah, threw a breaking ball. Depends on your hitter, whether he's a good hitter or not. If he's not, then make him take.
I'd swing a 3-1 here.
Yep.
Obviously, if it's a strike, that one not. Ball 4, bases loaded yet again with nobody out. That is the first walk of the game for Drake Boucher. This is really the first inning he's run into any sort of issue. Gave up a run in the second. Was able to get out of it thanks to a 6-4-3 double play, but nobody out. They already give up a run.
Yeah, they need a
and
1-2-3.
Bases are loaded.
They need a 1-2-3 double play here to get out of this.
3 hits, 1 run.
Or
so
that'll
far,
help too.
Fourth. This one's skied. And
he
can't
dropped
make the catch is Lucas Wiseman.
Yeah.
And it's 3-1.
Yep, that hurt. Yeah, you were 1 out away from getting possible double play, and now you're down 2 runs and still have a guy in scoring position. Let's see what they're going to do in the middle here. Whether they're going to throw through. You got 3 choices here. Well, actually 4. Throw through, throw to third, throw to the pitcher, or fake throw. So not sure which one they have on. And Boucher's pretty good at picking guys off first base, so we got to be alive here for that. And if you're a runner at first base, this comes to my mind. You have to tell the runner at first, if it's a ground ball to second, do not let him tag you. Get in a run down so that runner on third can score.
3-1 is the score. Clay Petrie out on the infield fly for the first out of the game. Coronis on first after the walk. Brady Ernest moving over to third. And scoring was Lipinski. This one gets away yet again. The runners move. Play at the plate. And no, they say it hit Cover. So not a pass ball, not a wild pitch.
See, the base is loaded, right?
And the bases are loaded. So Ernest has to go back to third. Coronis moves up to second. And Cover, hit by the pitch, is on first. So bases loaded and 1 out.
Toronto playing in the middle. You got a pretty good guy. You got a guy you could double up at home. So they're going to have to, if it's hit hard to third baseman has to tell the shortstop, second baseman, if it's hit hard to my left, I'm coming to you. If it's hard to me, I'm coming home. But if it's to my left, I'm going to second.
Ball low to Trent Lander.
Yeah, you got to talk in the infield a lot, or whistle or whatever. But the third baseman, very key here, because if it's hit sharp to him, with this batter runner, they could turn 2.
2-0. Lander struck out his last time up. Cover on first, grounded into that double play in the second. Petrie and RBI now 1 for 2 after the infield fly. 2-0. That one in the zone. 2-1. Rosnick and Lipinski have come home to score. It's 3 runs on 2 runs rather on 3 hits. Three and 1.
You're getting in that dangerous territory now. 3-1. Should be swinging at something. Well, in the strike zone. He could break this game open.
And oh, what a catch!
Beautiful play.
Newbold at short makes the play. Ranging over to his left. And there's 2 away.
And you won't see it in the box score, but really good base running by all the base runners, because a lot of guys would have just taken off on that. Great backhand stab by Newbold. 2 outs, and maybe he can get out of this inning with no further damage.
Matt Cornetti calls time. Eighth Maroon Knight to come to the dish here in the top of the 4th. This one hit in the air. A chance at it for McGrath, a chance at it for Wiseman, and Wiseman makes the catch in foul territory to retire the side, but the Maroon Knights take the lead. 2 runs on 3 hits in air, and the bases left full. 3-1. Toronto with some work to do when we come back.
My name is Matthew Metz. I'm a general surgeon at WVU Reynolds Memorial Hospital. So hernia surgery is one of the most frequent surgeries that we do. And it's also surgery that sometimes gets put off a lot. It's best to repair it as soon as possible, less post-operative discomfort potentially for patients. When the hernias are repaired when they're smaller, and actually probably quicker recovery when they're repaired if they're small.
A new podcast where timing is everything. It's what separates those who follow culture from those who shape it.
Don't call it a comeback.
Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, reunited, not on the court, but behind the mic.
We want to bring a lot of worlds together.
And it's just love, man. Cousins with Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady.
Cousins, new episodes every Wednesday.
For 250 years, America has been built on bold ideas, strong communities, and stories that connect us all. From small towns to big cities, from back roads to bright lights, this is the story of who we are. In 2026, we celebrate 250 years of amazing America, and together, we honor the people, places, and possibilities that continue to shape our future. Stay with Fox 9 as we celebrate amazing America.
Two runs on 3 hits in the top of the fourth for Wheeling Central to take a 3-1 lead. Lucas Wiseman steps in there against Stephen Brodegard as we begin the fourth home half of inning number 4. Jack Hillgrove and Rich Donnelly on hand for this one. Pitch almost hit Wiseman, but a breaking ball catches the inside corner of the strike zone. 0-1. Wiseman struck out looking his last time up.
We talk about this a lot, Jack. When a team goes ahead in a close game,
chopped towards Brodegard, flips onto Rosnick. One away.
Yeah, we talk about the shutdown inning after you score and go ahead. If you could shut that team down the next half inning, it just happens. That's the way it is. It deflates the other team. Then you come back to hit. You got the lead, and all you want to do is maybe add one on. But the shutdown inning is so important. You can't come out and walk 3 guys or them get 3 hits. Shut it down. I'm telling you, it deflates the other team.
2 pitches and 1 out certainly helps for that shutdown.
Yep. And the way he's throwing, I mean, like I say, he has command of all his pitches, pounding the strike zone, and that's what you want to do, throw strikes.
Brodegard only giving up 2 hits and 1 run so far. This one hit in the air and over the head of Petrie, the third baseman. Base hit for Gunnar Newbold, who struck out his last time up. That one was hit and bounced towards third. Petrie looked like he timed it well enough, but it just skied way over his head. He didn't really have much of a chance.
Yeah, it bounced off. If that's on dirt, it's probably a routine play with the mud out in front of the plate, but with the turf, even though it rained a little bit, still real hard. It just took off and jumped right over his glove. So Toronto back in business with a tying run at home plate.
And up for the second time now is this stretch of the order in which Stephen Brodegard had 5 consecutive punch-outs. Wiseman, Newbold, Heckathorn, Thomas, and Tanner Newbold. So Gunnar Newbold on first after the single, and it's Heckathorn in there now, who's checked it first. He's safe after the tackle's applied.
Wheeling Central's outfield really shallow in right and center. So that wind's blowing out. So as an outfielder, as we know from opening day, you have to check the wind and check the sun. Not much sun today, but we do have wind.
0-2, hit in the air. Right side of the infield. On the turf still is Braden Cover, makes the catch 2 away.
Two outs now. You got to play your infield deep, especially the guys in the middle. You can play on the grass. And again, and I bring this up because it happens a lot at our level, but even in high school, third baseman, the ball's hit to his left, he has to whistle over to the second baseman and say, I'm going to second for the force, instead of throwing it across the diamond and make it a long throw. So everybody has to talk at the infield to know where you're going with the ball.
First pitch strike to Heath Thomas. 2 outs and a runner on first for the Red Knights, trailing by 2. This one hit foul down the line near the Red Knights dugout. An arm up and loose in the Toronto bullpen. it is the catcher, Caden McGrath. So we'll see how Brian Perkins attacks things once we get to the top of the 5th inning. The lengthiest inning it was for Drake Bauscher. 0-2. Outside the
delayed steal.
There it is again. Throw down from Lipinski is not in time. Also off the mark, so puts a runner in scoring position. Talk about that delayed steal.
Yeah, delayed steal, the way it's executed or should be executed, the runner doesn't take off immediately. He takes 3 hops and waits till the ball passes the hitter. So it's delayed. He tries to catch the catcher with his head down and the 2 infielders with their heads down. They worked it perfectly the other day, and they worked it again perfectly today.
All right, 1-2. Got him. Strike 3. Steven Brodegard, 58 pitches, 44 of them for strikes. He's got 7 punch-outs. And the Maroon Knights get out of it unscathed. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man stranded on second. We're through 4. The visitors lead it by 2 after the WVU Medicine strikeout. The 7th of the game for Steven Brodegard. Wheeling Central to bat in the 5th. Coming up.
At Heritage Complete Home Care, we're more than a medical equipment company. We're your neighbors. As a local family-owned company serving the Ohio Valley since 1990, we understand what quality care at home truly means. Whether you need oxygen, sleep therapy services, hospital beds, or essential medical supplies like catheters, ostomy products, and incontinence items, our experienced team is here to make life easier, safer, and more comfortable. Because at Heritage Complete Home Care, we're bringing the best care home to you.
Ms. Dawn's First Class Commercial Cleaning is a commercial and industrial cleaning company founded in 2016 by owner Ms. Dawn. Built on a hands-on approach, the team delivers reliable service and consistent results across the tri-state area. With 2 locations to serve you, 220 South Street in Steubenville and 3601 Main Street in Weirton, West Virginia. Ms. Dawn's is ready when your business needs it.
Here, we go further to keep medicine close to home by surrounding you with a team of experts and surrounding our region with the highest level of care with the world's latest treatments and breakthroughs that change the odds. Because in medicine, we find a way. We go as far as it takes to help the people right here.
Well, Rich was talking about a shutdown inning after you jump up and score. Wheeling Central did that in the 4th, shut Toronto down in the bottom of the 4th, and now the Maroon Knights bring their top of the order into the bat rack here as we begin the visitors' half of the 5th inning. Jake Brown, 0 for 2 so far in this one. Takes a first pitch strike, second one outside from Drake Bauscher, who again struggled a little bit in the last inning, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits and an error. Bauscher so far in this one, 58 pitches, 30 of them for strikes. Now 59 pitches, 31 for strikes.
Yeah, Wheeling Central, you're into the money innings now, the last 3. Try to be ahead by more than innings you have left is a good formula. He's trying to add. If he could add 1 or 2 here, that's what they would like to do.
1-2, got him on the outside corner. A strikeout for Drake Bauscher, his first since the 3rd inning, and his 3rd WVU Medicine strikeout in this one away.
Yeah, beautiful pitch, backdoor curveball, froze the hitter, and the ball came back in off the outside and nicked the corner.
First strikeout looking for Bauscher. So Brown 0 for 3. Rosnick takes ball 1. Doubled and started the brigade for the Maroon Knights in the 4th. Doubled and scored on a pass ball. 1-0 foul back. It's 1-1.
Yeah, when you have a 2-game or a 2-run lead in the money innings, you'll do things you probably maybe wouldn't do early in a game. Maybe you would bunt sacrifice, maybe you would hit and run, or steal, or delayed steal, or move the runners. Try to really get that 3-run lead. Like that helps right there.
It hurts, but it helps.
Yeah.
Runs inside and hits Rosnick, so he reaches the base paths for the 2nd time in this one.
I'll tell you who hurts is Chris Bassett.
Oh, yeah.
After taking that shot off Cruzy.
Oh,
bad,
boy.
my Lord.
That had to have been a bruise for the ages, for sure.
Yeah.
Pickoff over to first, no tag from Wiseman on Rosnick.
Yeah,
come on, man, I just got hit. What are we doing? Maybe that's by design, though. You know, aggravate the...
Yeah. Tell you what, Toronto, like I say, they throw the bases a lot from the mound. There's another one. They picked off 2 or 3 the last game, and that's just the way they do. And, you know, it's called defensive aggressiveness.
Boucher missing low with that one. 1-0 to Lipinski, who singled and scored his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with, again, a single and a run scored and a strikeout.
Coach Tover would be thrilled if they could add on another run to give a 3-run cushion to their ace.
Another throw over, and Rosnick jogs back safely. Wheeling Central 1-2. The Red Knights try to hold on to an undefeated record, 5-0 so far this season. Backdoor breaking pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Looks like the first base coach for the Maroon Knights is, and our home plate umpire Jerry DeBacco is going to come over and talk to him. That's a balk.
Balk. They didn't call it immediately, I don't think.
And Brian Perkins wants an explanation as well.
Yeah, if you swing that front foot behind the rubber, any part of your leg, toe, shoe goes behind that rubber, you must go home. And they probably thought that he didn't. He came across the rubber and then threw to first. That's a balk. Hard to see from here.
Hard to see anywhere for the casual baseball fan as well. Swing and a miss, good breaking pitch. But that's the risk you run if you want to be, you call it defensive aggressiveness.
Yeah, and there's a fine line between a balk and a good move, you know.
1-2. Rosnick on second after the balk. Brown struck out looking to start the fifth. Payoff pitch.
They try to hit that outside corner again with what we call the backdoor curveball.
Green two. Boucher was ahead 1-2, now behind 3-2 with one away here in the top of the fifth. Wheeling Central with a 2-run advantage. Awful. First and second with one away, and Brady Ernest steps into the bat rack, who is 2 for 2. And this one doubled and singled with a run scored.
This is actually a big situation for the game. It looks like they're going to change pitchers.
Yeah, Caden McGrath was warming up in the bullpen when Toronto was up last inning, and now the catcher heads into the dugout to take off the catcher's gear, and Drake Boucher's day on the mound is complete. So this Fox 9 call to the mound will be a pitching change, and we'll wait and see how Brian Perkins shakes out the defensive alignment as Caden McGrath comes into pitch. Looks like Boucher is going to go to first base.
Yeah, nobody knows better than Coach Perk. When you watch your own kids play, you know when the pitcher's getting tired. And usually a guy like Boucher, when he stops throwing strikes, which he's there, it happened there, he goes, hey, he's not as sharp as he was already in the game, probably getting a little bit tired. Pitch count was getting up there pretty high, so you make the change.
All right, from our public address here at the Red Knight Baseball Complex, Caden McGrath will head from behind the plate to the mound. Drake Boucher heads from the mound to first base. Lucas Wiseman heads from first base to third base. And Michael Henry heads from third base to behind the dish. So 2-1, 1-3, 3-5, 5-2, as Drake Boucher's day on the mound is complete after 4 full innings, 5 hits, And as of right now, 3 runs, 2 of them are earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks, but he is responsible for both Rosnick on second and Lipinski on first. 58 pitches, 30 of them for strikes, and Drake Boucher's start here at home.
Yeah, you see a lot of this at the high school level, switching around, having your catcher go pitch. I don't think you're going to see Henry Davis go to the mound anytime soon for the Buccos. It happens a lot in high school. You just don't have that many arms to deal with, so half of your good athletes play short, they play second, they play center, and they pitch.
It looks like the warm-up just about complete for Caden McGrath. Warm-up 2 for Michael Henry, right? I mean, talk a little bit about, I mean, obviously everybody, you have a couple of guys that can play a couple of positions in high school, but coming in from a position, insert position here to go behind the plate, that I think could be potentially tougher than going from third base to pitching.
It's tough enough to catch normal. And then you're going to take a guy, like you say, you have to do it. Take a kid who was in the infield or outfield. Okay, you're catching now. And the guy's out there throwing, pretty hard and balls diving all over the place. So it's tough.
First and second, 1 out as McGrath in there to pitch. Pick back over to second base. Rosnick's safe.
Again, we talked about it. They like to throw to the bases. That's their second throw to second, and they throw the first at least 4 or 5 times. So you got to be alert when you're on the base path if you're playing Toronto.
Skied in the air.
That's infield fly.
Over is Wiseman, makes the catch from third base. 2 away, and the runners stay put.
Some guys, they call infield fly, batters out. Some runners, if you drop the ball, if it doesn't hit your glove, they don't know what to do, and they take off. And you can get them, you can trick them. But you got to do it on a field that has grass, because on turf it's going to bounce. But you have to be alert as a runner what the rule is and what you do if the ball is dropped.
Cade Coronis in there for his third plate appearance. Walked his last time up and flew out in the second. So he's 0 for 1. Again, the line on Boucher, 4 1/3, 5 hits, 3 Ks, 2 walks, and a hits batsman.
Again, that's our third throw to second. I believe it's our 7th throw to a base from the mound, which is a lot.
Oh, 1 in there for a strike.
Yeah, Toronto here, they can't afford to give up another run. A little deeper, you can play a little deeper in the infield. You could actually get on the grass because you have to knock this ball down. You cannot let Wheeling Central score another run and give their stud pitcher a 3-run lead.
0-2, got him on the outside corner.
Nice
Coronis looked like he disagreed, but that's a strikeout for Caden McGrath, his first one. And the Maroon Knights go down after no runs. 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
What could you do with some extra cash in your pocket? Let First Choice America help you to lower your monthly expenses by refinancing your auto loan. Switch and save today. It's easy. Plus, you'll get $250 cash in your pocket to use however you like. It's a great opportunity to tune up your finances. Enjoy low great rates, flexible terms, and no application fees. First Choice America, your first choice for refinancing.
Meet the new Massey Ferguson 1 GC Series subcompact tractor. These small but mighty machines help you get more done on your property. They're easy to operate for first-time owners and packed with power. Mow, haul, dig, and clear brush, all without breaking a sweat. Plus, with a wide array of attachment options, you can work through every season with ease. From summer mowing to winter snow removal, the MF1 GC Series does it all. Learn more at MasseyFerguson.com or visit DJ Sales and Service today.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
All right, so the line on Drake Boucher final, 4 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, a hit batsman, 69 pitches, 35 of them for strikes. Caden McGrath picks it up in the 5th, strikes out Cade Coronis looking to end it. It was no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left for the Maroon Knights in the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th now with Toronto trailing 3-1.
Yeah, let's see if Toronto can get this first guy on, down 2. Either get hit by a pitch, get a walk. Somehow, your job to lead off. You've now become a leadoff hitter like you are for the first hitter of the game. You got to get on base.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 to Tanner Newbold, who struck out swinging his last time up. Stephen Brodegard pitching a good one. 4 innings so far, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 7 Ks. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-2.
Got pretty good command of that breaking ball. That one was sort of down the middle. The other one was a real good pitch on the outside corner. I called it 2-strike pitch. That's what he needs right here.
1-2.
Ooh,
outside, just a tad too far outside.
I like the way he's mixing up his pitches. He's not, getting in a pattern where he's throwing one of this, one of that. He's mixing them up.
Breaking pitch, hit in the air, shallow right field. Over is Crinity.
Man, that ball's carrying.
It did. I said shallow, and it ended up drifting. I guess that wind, you look at the American flag, it's carrying out there. So that's what we thought was shallow right field ended up in pretty much standard right field. Crinity was reaching over his shoulder to make that catch.
When you're playing outfield up here in high school in early spring, boy, the wind blows a lot, and you got to check it every inning because sometimes it varies. Now it's blowing sort of out the right. That's why that ball carried early in the game. It was blowing to left.
Swing and a miss. Max Rebish, who has scored the lone run of the game for the Red Knights.
You see here, the third baseman, he's taken away the bunt completely, way up on the turf. He wants the hitter to see him.
Puts it in the air, bunt attempt, and it'll drift foul as Lipinski swats at it, so it's 0-2. Last time Rebish was up singled and was down 0-2 and then ended up scoring, so not the end of the world for the Red Knights. Rebish proved that earlier.
I like that about the third baseman. I go back in the day in the World Series once with Mickey Rivers, a great bunter. And Pete Rose was like 10 feet from him. And like Rivers looked at him like, hey, man, what are you doing here? And he goes, you ain't bunting on me. And so he didn't bunt. But that's what you have to do. You have to take away something that the other player can do real good. Take it away. Don't dare him to do it.
That one missed out, 1-2. Brodegard's offering is inside and a tad low, 2-2. The lone sophomore in this game, Max Rebish. The Red Knights lineup features 6 seniors, 2 juniors, and a sophomore. Rebish chops this one foul first side. And the Wheeling Central lineup, 5 juniors and 4 seniors.
Wow. They're trying to get a sweep, right? Football, basketball, baseball? Is that right?
Well, so let's see. They went basketball in 25,
baseball
in 25,
last year, no.
football in 25, basketball in 26, swing and a miss, 8th K for Brodegard. If Wheeling Central wins a state championship in baseball, it would be between boys basketball, baseball, and football, their 5th straight in as many seasons.
Wow.
It started with last basketball season in 25 with the boys basketball program in Mel Stevens. And then Todd Cover's squad won their first state championship since 2011 in the spring.
Mike Young.
And then Mike Young in December again. And then Mel Stevens and a couple of kids with the last name Sancombe in March. And then this would be the 5th one in as many seasons.
Wow. That's just about unhittable right there, right on the outside corner with some juice on it.
0-1. A couple of groans from the Red Knight fans in attendance. Another one. Brodegaard trying to get him to go 1, 2, 3 in the home half of the 5th. Wheeling Central leading it 3-1. Oh, 2. 1 and 2. You think back to the boys basketball state championship that they just won a couple of weeks ago? That starting lineup features 3 Division I athletes.
That's right.
Eli Sancombe to Liberty.
Yeah. Max
Oliage just committed to WVU for hoops. And Stephen Brodegaard's going to Mercyhurst for baseball.
That's pretty darn good for, like, say, one high school team, and they may have others coming that are underclassmen.
And the other 2 in that line, Nico Cusick and Luke Sancombe, I'm sure will play college athletics as well. 2-2, missing upstairs. So Brodegaard ahead 0-2, now behind 3-2. 2 away here in the home half of the 5th.
Okay, hitter's job here is to get on here and get that tying run to the plate somehow, some way.
3-2, 1 out.
Oh, beautiful pitch.
Very beautiful. Strike 3, 9th punch out for Stephen Brodegaard. 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Wheeling Central 3, Toronto 1. 2 innings to go. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm G&L Ream Man, and for years I've kept you warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
I'm G&L Man, here to keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Take that, Jack. I'm here to battle heat waves so you can feel as cool as me.
Oh, no! Ream's been producing award-winning heating and cooling solutions for more than 65 years. With G&L Heating and Ream, you're getting top-quality, innovative products with the latest technology. Welcome to the new degree of comfort. Call G&L Heating today. We appreciate your business and look forward to serving you.
At Brooke County Schools, innovation takes off through Project Lead the Way. Our students work every day with the latest industry standard equipment, from plasma cutters to state-of-the-art engravers. In a high-demand health profession, our students are challenged every day with real lab experiences. Students explore cutting-edge technology, including a full drone course and competitive drone teams that take learning to new heights. Project Lead the Way. It's more than a class. It's your launch pad to the future. Brooke County Schools, the place to be.
Weather in the Ohio Valley can change
in an instant. The Severe Weather Team 9 app will help you plan and prepare.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today and be prepared before weather threatens.
Top of the 6th. Wheeling Central with a 2-run lead. Clay Petrie stepping in. The only Maroon Knight so far this season with a home run. It's not in this game, though. He singled his first time up and popped into an infield fly back in the 4th.
If Toronto here can hold him, that's their deal. Try to hold him, no more runs. And then on the other side, you're just trying to add 1. Maybe just add 1.
This one hit well out towards left. Newbold is back, and that is gone. The second home run of the year for Clay Petrie. And it's a 4-1 lead for the Maroon Knights. That one got out of here in a hurry.
And that's the 1 run they were looking for. Now, uphill battle for Toronto with 3. Need 3 just to tie against maybe one of the top pitchers in the Valley.
A 2 RBI day for Clay Petrie. The second one brings himself in. A towering solo shot into left field, and just like that, it's a 3-run advantage for the Maroon Knights. A couple of pitches here into the 6th inning.
And that's great for Coach Tover. He don't have to worry about butting anybody over or do a hit and run. Just have your leadoff hitter come up and whack one in the river.
That works. 1-0 on the ground. Cover was hit by a pitch his last time up, and that one gets away from the first baseman, Boucher. Cover rounds first and heads the second, and Braden Cover is in scoring position with nobody out.
Yep, throw was a little short. They tried at first to stretch out and get it, but it got by him. And now, like I say, you still can add on another run by moving the guy from second to third by hitting the ball to the right side, or even hitting a sac fly to right center.
Take one more look at Clay Petrie's blast into left field.
Yeah, that
you kind of knew it as soon as it.
And that was quick. His bat was quick and booming.
We don't have the technology to calculate and measure exit velocity, but that was some exit velocity.
It was exit velocity, and it was hard.
That's not in our budget here.
Let's see if they can get that runner over.
Up there now, the DH Trent Lander, who lined out his last time up to shortstop. Great play by Gunnar Newbold. Not quite a diving play, but had to react very quickly, and then Lander struck out in the third, so he's 0 for 2. 0-1. Got a hold of the breaking pitch, was able to foul it off 0-2. I'm already having more fun now than I was a year ago at this game.
That's right, you were struggling here.
Better game last year by like the fifth inning. Right around this time in this game a year ago, I could feel myself, the body aches, the sniffles, getting sick.
So you look a lot better.
Thank you. And then there were 5 more innings after that. I had to go back to the station and tell Rob, I got to go home. I was in bed for, I think, a day or two after that.
Just what you needed, a 10-inning game, right?
Yeah.
When you're feeling like that.
And we were talking about this earlier, and the folks watching and the folks that are here probably remember this game last year. It was like 75 degrees at first pitch. And by the end of this game last year, in which we televised between these two teams, it was like 45 degrees.
Yeah, we had almost all 4 seasons in one night.
Ridiculous. 2-2, but I mean, we talk about it this time of year all the time in the region that we call home. The weather's all over the place in certain months, but that was all over the place in 3 hours.
And we're lucky we haven't had too many postponements so far in the Valley. We've been lucky. I think a lot of it's due to the feet. We have turf fields now.
2-2, foul back off of a couple of masks. Jerry DeBacco okay. The umpire,
good.
Michael Henry okay. Yep.
Check him to see if those straps are still tightened.
All right, so everybody's good. 2 balls and 2 strikes from McGrath to Lander. Got him. No, fouled off. Anymore, the way that they make these bats, you can't tell if the contact that you hear is like gear or the bat.
Yeah. It's amazing some of these kids. Well, the kids that go, if they end up playing pro ball, they'll get to use a wood bat. But some of these kids will never use a wood bat in their whole life. They'll go to college and get some more aluminum.
Well, a lot of those summer collegiate leagues are wooden bats, aren't they?
Yeah, but just get used to doing it, get used to having a bat. If you're going to have any chance to play pro ball, use playing a summer bat league, a wood bat league where you get used to it.
Imagine if Aaron Judge swung a metal bat.
Hurt somebody.
He'd hit 600-foot home runs.
Yeah.
2-2 on the ground towards the shortstop Newbold. On to first, throw in time. The runner from second, Braden Cover, is going to advance to third on the throw. He's safe. And on the slide, looks like a little slow to get up.
Yeah, he's okay. Good base running there. You could do that in high school. You can get away with that on that long throw. Wait till the shortstop releases it, then take off. And they have to make 2 great throws to get you, so it's not a bad play.
One away and a runner on third for the 9-hitter, Matt Crenity, who's 0 for 2. Ground out and a fly out. Sac fly in play here. Central leading it 4-1. First pitch upstairs from McGrath. Gave up that solo shot to start this inning.
Yeah, Toronto has to play in, cut off the run at the plate.
2-0.
The great infield coach who I got the chance to work with, Perry Hill, at Pittsburgh and Seattle. When the infield is in and you're going to throw home here, try to throw it low because there's going to be a tag play. Don't just throw it to the catcher. Throw it low so he can make a tag. And I don't know, like I say, 1 out, infield in. I'm not sure if Wheeling Central is going to go on contact or they're going to make sure that ball goes through. Toronto, their ninth pickoff try today.
How many times, well, you work for Jim Leland, so the answer to this question is probably 0, but how many times do you think you could count on one hand in all of your years in pro baseball, 1 or 2 hands, pickoffs at third base?
Probably, they probably tried, a percent, I would say this is under 1%, so that's not a good percent. Jim didn't like to have pickoffs at all, for obvious reasons, as you're seeing on some of these games. He always thought that the pitcher should concentrate on the hitter more than the runner, and he's probably right. To some of those hitters, you better concentrate on. But his theory was, don't throw the ball. Don't throw the ball unless you have to a fielder or whatever.
2-2 to Crenity. McGrath's 2-strike offering is on the ground towards short. Newbold checks, throws onto first, runner safe.
Yeah.
Hesitated to check Cover at third.
Yeah,
Cover didn't go.
Yeah.
And I think he's a little upset with himself. I saw him point, said that's on me. But nonetheless, Crenity safe at first because Newbold hesitated. And we've got a
pinch runner.
That is Max Trout. How about this? Last name Trout, jersey number 27.
Mike Trout, what a great player, and I got to know him pretty well. What a great kid. When healthy, could be the best player in baseball.
Oh, absolutely.
When healthy, he can do everything. He could do everything: hit, power, throw, run. Plays hard. There's a double play. They got to turn this.
Heckathorn to Newbold on to first.
And,
got him.
Oh, it did not.
So the run scores.
Yeah, a little slow on the transfer there. I thought when the ball was hit, it was going to be a double play, but a little slow on the transfer. And the Maroon Knights pick up another run to go up 5-1.
It's another shade of red.
Yeah.
RBI for Brown, his third of the season, and it's 5-1. So Rosnick in there, his fourth plate appearance. Third in the last 3 innings. Came to bat in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Doubled and scored in the 4th. Hit by a pitch and stranded at second last inning. And in there now taking a 1-0 pitch inside for a ball, 2-0. He flew out his first time up.
Yeah, in most high school games, once you get into the secondary pitching, like they don't have closers and set-up guys. They just have guys who are good athletes who pitch. And usually you'll see in a high school game, most of your runs are scored after that starter leaves the game.
Chopped foul, 2-1. Didn't even really mention the OVAC standings yet tonight. It is early, so no harm, no foul. Toronto is second in OVAC Class 2A, trailing Caldwell. And Wheeling Central all the way down in 7th in OVAC Class 3A, but something tells me that'll change. 2-1, throw over to first to keep Brown in check. He's safe.
Yeah, that OVAC tournament is pretty neat. I know they do it in basketball, and it's pretty neat at the end of the year to get the top teams together.
2-1. Ball bounces away from Henry. Brown stays put at first. Would be neat if they were able to do it in football.
Oh,
but
boy.
With the way that, the schedules, you just can't.
Yeah, the state playoffs would, But I like it.
I believe both states have, or at least one of them, and it might be Ohio, have a rule about,
can't do it.
Can't leave an open date. This one hit foul down the first baseline because, let's say, the OVAC 3A top 2 at one point is actually, it would probably be this way the last couple of years if I went back and looked at it, Barnesville and Wheeling Central. One of them is an Ohio school, one's a West Virginia school. Like, you just don't know. You can see on your screen right there, the rain's starting to fly in. How about this?
Like a rainbow.
How about that?
I think it's right over Pittsburgh.
3-2 pitch on the way. Runner takes off. Hit foul. Our producer back there, Stephen Graby. Stephen, let me see if you can show the rainbow, or if it'll even show up on the. They're working on it.
It only goes, what, about halfway up?
Yep, there it is, kind of. You can kind of see it.
Beautiful.
Three, 2. Hit right in the air in the middle of the rainbow. Heckathorn over, inning over, but Wheeling Central gets a run back. 5-1.
We've all heard the term, time is money. But at First Choice America, time can save you money. Here's how. You've searched all over for the perfect deal on just the right car. But now you need the perfect financing. Take the time to call First Choice America, and you'll discover low, great rates, flexible terms to fit any budget, and no application fees. Plus, you'll receive $250 cash. First Choice America, where time can save you money.
Meet the new Massey Ferguson 1GC Series subcompact tractor. These small but mighty machines help you get more done on your property. They're easy to operate for first-time owners and packed with power. Mow, haul, dig, and clear brush, all without breaking a sweat. Plus, with a wide array of attachment options, you can work through every season with ease. From summer mowing to winter snow removal, the MF1GC Series does it all. Learn more at MasseyFerguson.com or visit DJ Sales and Service today.
My name is Waleed Gharib. I'm an interventional cardiologist at WVU Reynolds Memorial Hospital. One of the most important things for anyone's health is get into your primary care physician. Even if you're healthy, even if you're doing well, sometimes you feel well, but it turns out your risk factors are not well controlled. When you're seeing your primary care doctor, they can help detect any of these problems and guide you towards fixing them, or at least getting you to someone who can fix them.
It's now a double rainbow in the Gem City.
And raining.
And that the first look at that. I mean, they're harder because the way the science works for it to show up on camera.
It's beautiful.
So we can only do you a little bit. You can see the
double
start
rainbow.
of the top. If you were here, you'd be able to see both pretty clearly. But the end of this rainbow is about as vibrant as it gets, right into center field.
We got it all. The sun's out, the lights are on, we got a rainbow, and it's raining. You got it all.
First pitch low and outside from Stephen Brodegard to Drake Bauscher, who's now at first base.
Or call Jeff and tell him to get his camera out. Look at this baby.
I'm already tweeting Nathan. That one hit well. Into right field, a base hit for Drake Bauscher, his second hit of the game. Bottom of the sixth, down 4. And that helps the cause for the Red Knights.
Yep, got to get that first guy on. Like I say, just, well, like Yogi Bear said, it's getting late early, but you don't have to get all 4 runs right now. Try to chip away at this thing. Get some runners on and try to somehow get that time run up to the plate.
Look at that. You could definitely see both of them on the picture I tweeted to Nathan. All right, we're done talking about rainbows because the Red Knights have a leadoff base runner, and it's Drake Bauscher here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-1 as Stephen Brodegard still toes the rubber for the Maroon Knights. Throw over to first, Bauscher back in time. Bauscher now 2 for 3, a double, a single, and a flyout. Does have an RBI to his credit as well. Drove in Max Rebish for the Red Knights only run. Pitch outside. 1-0 to Mike Henry.
And Bowser, that's good news for Oakland University, going there as a hitter, I believe. I think he's going to do some hitting there.
2-0 gets away, and Bowser trots into second safely, rounds the bag, and now the Red Knights have a runner in scoring position. Their first runner in scoring position since Gunnar Newbold back in the 4th inning.
Yeah, 3-0 here. Normally you would try to tell a hitter to hit the ball the right side, but when you're down 3 or 4 runs, forget that. Just be a hitter. We need an RBI. We need runners. We don't want to sacrifice an out for a run here.
3-0. Strike called. 3-1 to Mike Henry. A pair of ground outs to the shortstop for the senior third baseman, now catching. Three-1, cut on and missed, and the count full. This one in the air. 3-2 pitch, base hit into right field. Bowser waited for a moment to see if it was caught. Held up at second, only advances to third, but there's runners on the corners and nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Red Knights.
Yeah, that's okay by Bowser. You got to make darn sure you don't mean nothing. He's over at third. It's okay.
First hit of the game for Michael Henry, and now the 4-hitter Lucas Wiseman steps in. One more look at it here as Henry goes the other way into right field.
Yeah, nice job of hitting. And the Red Knights are slowly trying to get back in this game. Like I say, they got the on-deck guy. He's the tying run, so if this hitter can get on base, so important. They're dented, put a dent in the armor. They got 5 hits now. But again, on the bases, like we talked about the other day, when you're behind, you play close to the vest. What's that mean? That means you don't get picked off, you don't get doubled off, you don't take chances. Not when you're behind 5-1. Do that when you're ahead.
Todd Cover comes out to talk to Stephen Brodegard. 85 pitches, 59 of them for strikes so far for the senior and future Mercyhurst Laker. So we'll see how Cover and the Maroon Knights navigate this. First and third, nobody out. Foul back from Wiseman, who's 0 for 2.
Yeah, went to the breaking ball, his first pitch, trying to get a rollover and try to get a double play and sort of get out of this inning with as few damage as possible.
0-1 after the pickoff, or before the pick over to first base. Wiseman struck out looking in the first. Hard foul the other way, and grounded out in the 4th. So it's 0-2.
Yeah, as much as Toronto likes to run the bases and be aggressive, I don't think they'll be aggressive here because, like I say, if he runs and he gets thrown out or a line drive, you're out of the inning.
Oh, 0-2 hit in the air and foul into the parking lot. I don't have my news car today. I have my own car. I just thought of that. So
park way down the street, yeah.
Oh, boy.
You know, this field here in right field, it's a tough sun field. That sun is going right into the right fielder's eyes, so you got to make sure you got your glasses on and know how to use your glove to protect.
0-2 got him.
Folding.
Strike 3. The 10th. Count them. 10 strikeout of the game for Stephen Brodegard. The strikeouts presented by WVU Medicine. One away. Gunnar Newbold steps in. Yeah, you mentioned it. Fooled him. He thought about it and then offered a hack at it late.
Almost looked like he was looking for a pitch outside, and the pitch came in, and it tied him up. Getting ball, you're a base runner here. Ball in the dirt, you have to make 100% sure you can make it to second. You don't take a chance here.
1-0, runner takes off from first. Hit and run on over top of Brodegard's glove. Out at first, but Boucher scores
Got him
home.
on the tag, yeah. Got him on the tag. Nice play.
So the Red Knights get one back. 5-2. Credit Newbold with an RBI, but he's out.
That was a nice play by the first baseman. The ball was up or down the line. He got it, made a nice tag. Toronto now with man on second. Got that on deck. The guy is the tying run. So if they can get a base hit here, they have a chance. Well, they'll have the tying run at the plate.
It looks like Todd Cover is going to let Brodegard operate here with 2 down in the 6th.
Yeah, defensively here, what we do, you have to play what we call no doubles. Wherever you're at in the outfield, you can see all the outfielders are looking up into the sun. Play 5 feet deeper. You don't want a double here to allow this tying run to get to second. Play deeper, give them a single. You don't want this hitter to get to second base. They're awful shallow in center. And another hit.
Back-to-back hit batsman. Henry to third. Heckathorn to second. Heath Thomas hit by the pitch, and he's on first base. Bases loaded. The go-ahead run stepping into the batter's box. It's Tanner Newbold with 2 away.
And again, in the outfield, no doubles, play deep. Big moment of the game right here. A hit could do wonders for Toronto.
Newbold 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. Struck out, fly out. Counts 0-1. Boucher led it off with a single. Michael Henry single. Lucas Wiseman struck out. Newbold on a ground out brings in Boucher. In back-to-back hit batsman. Heckathorn on second, Thomas on first.
Ooh, came with the heat.
0-2. Your contact there?
I don't think so. I don't know. If it was just a tick. That was a pretty good heater right down the middle. Let's see if he goes with that breaking ball for the punch out here.
0-2. 2 down. Bases loaded. And as Brodegard came set, Tanner Newbold calls time. Henry on third. Heckathorn leads off second base. Heath Thomas leads off first. 0-2. Upstairs. Steven Brodegard fired up after his 11th strikeout of the game to retire the side and leave the bases loaded in the 6th. We head to the final frame after this.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
The National News Desk is America's News Now.
Drug shortages was a known issue that could have been prevented.
Impactful news now.
About 30% of fatalities are because of alcohol-related crashes.
From nearly 4,000 local journalists across America.
A lot of young people are feeling unsafe due to the street crimes happening.
Locally covered.
They've poisoned America's bravest.
Nationally connected.
We need to do something. He's gonna die.
Covers major breaking news across the nation.
We had fires to the west, fires to the east, fires to the south.
Depend on our network of live local journalists when news breaks. Locally covered, nationally connected. The National News Desk is America's News Now.
Weeknights at 11 on Fox 9.
Top of the 7th here in the Gem City of Toronto. And the Gem City with a double rainbow from the left field area right into center field. Pretty darn cool. That seems to have gone away because the rain has gone away as well. And as we get ready for the top half of inning number 7, Wheeling Central steps into the batter's box with a 3-run lead. Jack Hillgrove and Rich Donnelly with you for the final frame.
Yeah, good job there of Wheeling Central limiting the damage. Still got that 3-run cushion going into the 7th inning.
Boy Lipinski leads it off. Takes ball 1 from Caden McGrath. One and one. After the foul down the third base side. Wheeling Central trying to get back to 500 on the young campaign, 2-2. Tomorrow they face the Cadets of Fort Fry at home. Toronto trying to stay undefeated. They're 5-0.
Yeah, I think both teams. Will be there at the end. They'll be in their state. They'll both have a chance. Toronto usually has to get by that Highland bunch. Face it.
In the left field, so Lipinski on the base pass for the 3rd straight time. Second hit of the game. Nobody out, and Brady Ernest steps in as the Maroon Knights try to add some insurance for either Stephen Brodegard or a new pitcher, potentially in the 7th inning. And we've got a courtesy runner for the catcher, Lipinski.
Yeah, let's see if Maroon Knights try to bunt him over or steal. Usually when you put a pinch runner in at this stage of the game, they're going to do something.
Courtesy runner over there at first is Eli Zapp, the junior, number 12. Dives back in safely after a pickoff attempt from McGrath. And another one. Do they get him?
Almost.
Not quite.
Yeah, he's aggressive over there. Looks like he wants to run. Not too big of a lead. Now he's stretched out a little bit. That's the Red Knights' 14th attempt at a pickoff, which is a lot. Doesn't look like they're going to bunt or hit and run. Usually when the coach doesn't give a sign for the hitter, usually nothing's on. Unless they have the runner on his own over there, to go whenever he wants.
One and two.
Got right on the corner again.
Graff setting up shop on that outside corner. That one a little too far on the outside corner. The home fans wanted that call. McGrath doing a nice job in relief. 1 2/3. Only allowing 1 run. 2-2 popped up.
Whoa.
Can't have that. Throw to second.
They lucked out, yeah. The infielder there has to take charge. Whoever it is close, third baseman, first baseman, they are used to catching fly balls. They have to call off the pitcher.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, very fortunate that the ball fell straight down where they threw out the guy. I mean, the guy at first can't run you can't take off for second on a ball like that.
So the pinch runner was Zapp, who had no choice. He had to stick put. Ball comes to the ground. He's thrown out 1-4 for the first out, and Brady Ernest reaching on the air. Cade Corona struck out looking his last time up, steps in with one away.
Not a bad time to start the runner here. You got a 2-0 count. It's not a hit and run, we call it a run and hit.
2-1.
Yeah, I see the coach at third. He's not giving signs, but he's yelling out numbers, and they have a code they use to tell whether he's going or not.
2-2. That one's fouled back.
He just yelled out 303, so we know the 303 is nothing. I heard him yell out 303. I don't know how they do it nowadays. Foul ball.
The advantage of that is, like, you just put them all on a sheet, right? And the numbers can change game by game.
I was talking to my son, who's the associate head coach at Marshall Baseball, and he said all the players, hitters, fielders, runners, all have a watch, and everything comes from the dugout on that watch. It's amazing to me how that works.
2-2 on the outer third, called strike three as Coronas goes down looking. Second strikeout for Cade McGrath. Second one looking, 2 away. So does the catcher, if a catcher's not calling a game and getting the pitches from the dugout, that comes on the watch too?
Yes, and then that watch, that every infielder has that, an outfielder has the pitch that's coming, so they know where to play. Like if they know that it's going to be a fast ball play away, you can't steal signs anymore. Everything comes from the dugout on that watch, and every player has that watch on before every pitch they look down at it. It tells you what's going to happen. Pretty soon we'll have robots playing.
I hope not. Robots are calling balls and strikes these days.
Yeah, they are. Whoever thought we'd come to that?
1-1 on Petrie, who homered his last time up. Towering shot.
As long as they do it quick. They've done it quick on the big league level with that, what do they call it?
ABS. It's
ABS.
incredibly quick.
It's quick. That's okay. As long as they don't do it every inning. You're allowed 2, I believe, right?
2 until you lose them. Like you could.
Yeah. As long as you win, you keep it.
Yep.
But I don't like it like every other inning. I like it.
And the only ones that can call for the challenge are batters, catchers, and pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be right for the center fielder to come running in and go, that was a strike. I saw it from 400 feet away.
Now, that'd be a little nuts. 2-1. Well, I was watching the Pirate game on Sunday with my grandpap, and he was like, well, how long does it take? Because he just hasn't seen a whole lot of it yet. And I'm like, not that bad. And we saw a couple of them.
Boom, it's quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
The other thing that I like about it, too, is that it becomes like an interactive moment with the fans as well. 3-1.
Yeah.
Outside, ball 4. So like when Connor Griffin in his debut on Friday challenged the pitch and won his challenge, the place you
went crazy. They
put it on the scoreboard and the place went nuts.
As long as they do it pretty quick, I don't have a problem with it. I'm glad they don't do it like every inning, something like that.
Brian Perkins comes out and chats with the infield.
I would almost like to see him do it from the 7th inning on, that's all. I mean, because you don't want to lose your challenge in the first inning, and then you don't have any. Like happened the other day in the Pirate game, right?
Yep.
The guy was called out on strikes. He was going to challenge. They didn't have any.
Yeah,
and the pitch was a strike.
Nick York,
right?
A 2-strike count. Pitch called a ball that was split the upper third of the zone. If Baltimore was able to challenge, that would have been overturned, and Nick York is out. But they didn't. Next pitch, walk-off double.
Yeah. That's why I would almost like to see him do it from the 7th inning on. What the heck?
Well, and Donnie Kelly talked about it after the game on Saturday. Like he's like, I can only speak for the Pirates, obviously, but it's a fine line that you have to dance with. Like you want your guys to be aggressive and fight for every pitch, but at the same time, like if you pitch low, if you go in with a mindset of, we want to save it for the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, you might not get any pitches that you think that you want to challenge anyway. So
what's amazing, and I always give the umpires more credit than I should, but it's amazing like on these calls in the field, how many times they're right.
In the air towards right field, Braden Cover, and Wiseman dives, can't make the catch, and this should score one, possibly two more runs. Coming home is Ernest, and sticking put at third base is Clay Petrie. An RBI double for Braden Cover as the Maroon Knights had one insurance run here in the 7th.
Yeah, big run right there, and a chance for two more. Anytime you got your big stud on the mound, anytime you can get him runs, I'm sure he's very appreciative of what they're doing.
Another look at it as Wiseman tried to take a diving stab at it, wasn't able to come up with it. Tough play. Cover goes the other way with it. Swing and a miss on the DH. Trent Lander 0 for 3. Cover now with his first hit. He's 1 for 4, reached on an error, hit batsman and a double play, grounding into a double play. So an RBI double for Cover to make it 6-2. Lander steps in with an 0-1 count. Second and third, 2 outs. Breaking pitch fouled back.
Yeah, that sun is really wicked down in the outfield because the sun's getting low. And, boy, I tell you what, there's no place to hide the sun with your glove when it's that low. When it's up in this, when it's high, you have time to do it. But it's right in your face like on a line drive.
Come on, Trent.
0-2 hit towards the shortstop. Over is the third baseman. Shortstop Newbold ended up with it. Throw to
nice
first
play. Good
in
stretch.
time. I wasn't sure who dove for it, if it was either Wiseman or Newbold. It was Newbold. Out goes 6-3, and the inning is over. But the Maroon Knights get a run back on a couple of hits and error, and 2 left on base. Last chance for Toronto. 4 to tie, 5 to win. Bottom 7 coming up.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time. Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
Meet the new Massey Ferguson 1GC Series subcompact tractor. These small but mighty machines help you get more done on your property. They're easy to operate for first-time owners and packed with power. Mow, haul, dig, and clear brush, all without breaking a sweat. Plus, with a wide array of attachment options, you can work through every season with ease. From summer mowing to winter snow removal, the MF1GC Series does it all. Learn more at MasseyFerguson.com or visit DJ Sales and Service today.
They're your neighbor, coworker, or significant other, quietly inspiring, coaching, and lending a helping hand. News 9's Hannah's Heroes. These heroes deserve to be recognized, and I get to tell you about them. Scan the QR code on your screen to nominate special individuals making a big difference in our community. And then be sure to watch News 9 Wednesdays at 5 and 10 p.m. to see Hannah's Hero of the Week.
Sponsored by Trinity Health System.
Matt Cornetti on to try and close it out, so Stephen Brodegaard's day is done. Cornetti comes in from right field to pitch, and going into right field off the bench is junior Cade Taylor. So Cornetti tries to shut the door here with his team up 6-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Max Rebish, the 9-hitter, will lead it off. So it'll be Rebish, then the top of the order, McGrath and Boucher.
Yeah, what you want here is your reliever to come in, make them hit the ball, throw strikes, throw it right down the middle. You could tell them what's coming. You can't come out here and walk people. As a reliever, 4-run lead, your stud just pitched a great game, and you don't want to ruin it for him by being wild. So let's see if he can throw strikes and get the Maroon Knights a win.
Rebish steps in, Cornetti the righty. First pitch, called a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Cornetti into pitch, Rebish into hit, who is 1 for 2 with a strikeout, a single, and a run scored. Final line on Steven Brodegard, 6 innings. It's 0-2. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 walk, 2 hit batsmen, 11 strikeouts, 97 pitches, 67 of them for strikes. So that's a good day at the office for Steven Brodegard. 11 punch-outs. That's pretty
He
darn
did
good.
a great job. I heard all about him before I got here. Like I say, I stopped for a sandwich and I ran into the coach, and he said, our stud's going today. Well, he was right. He's the man.
Oh-2. Bounces low. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the sophomore. The lone sophomore in action today in the starting lineup, Max Rebish.
So your third baseman here doesn't need to be in on the grass. He's not going to bunt. Play back, take away that hit in the hole.
Okay, fouls this one off towards him the other way, so let's see how Petrie aligns defensively, if that changes things.
Yeah, sometimes a kid comes up on the first 2 strikes and he forgets where he's at. It goes to 2 strikes and he stands still. Play deeper. Take away the hit.
In the air, towards left. Brown back, the shortstop, called off by Ernest, and scary moment.
Yep.
Ernest was able to make the catch.
Jump ball.
1 away. Top of the order now, McGrath, then Boucher. Red Knights need 4 runs here, only have 2 outs to work with. Steven Brodegard in line for the win. Pitch low, ball 1 to McGrath. Comes to the dish for the 4th time today, a walk and a pair of strikeouts. Started the game behind the plate, finished it, in progress right now, I should say, on the mound, 1-1 after taking a strike.
Yeah, nice breaking ball. Looks like he has pretty good confidence to throw that. He threw it the first 2 pitches that he came in and followed it up there.
Called a strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
Yeah, doing exactly what coach wants him to do. Pound that strike zone, make him hit the ball. Ooh, that was close. He thought he had it. Yep. Pretty good breaking ball. 2-2.
Got him.
Nice breaking ball. You can tell he has confidence in that. When he first came in the game, his first 2 pitches were breaking balls, and then he finishes the hitter right there with a beautiful one. So
WVU Medicine strikeout first of the game for Craniti. 2 away. Drake Boucher. The last line of defense for the Red Knights. First one low. Bender misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Boucher singled and scored his last time up. He's 2 for 3, a single, a double, and a flyout. 2-0. Dribbler. That dribble's foul right side. 2-1.
yeah, I think you're going to see both of these teams, not only in the OVAC playoffs, but probably in Ohio and West Virginia playoffs. They're, like I say, two of the best teams in the Valley. So they both got good pitching. It's going to take them a long way.
Three and one. Another one foul. So Boucher down to his final strike.
Yeah, let's see if he comes with that breaking ball that he likes so well. Even though it's a 3-2 count, some pitchers, they can throw the breaking ball over more than their fastball. That's okay if you can do that. Most pitchers can't.
3-2, 2 away, bottom of the 7th. Graniti trying to send his team back to the friendly city with a W. Full count pitch is low for ball 4, so a 2-out base runner for the Red Knights and for Michael Henry, who digs in.
If our guys could shoot that first base, you don't have to hold the guy on here. They're doing exactly what you should do. Play behind him. If he steals, there's no throw. Who cares? You gotta take the hole away.
And a base hit in the left field for Michael Henry on a first pitch. First and second now with 2 outs. The second single of the game for Mike Henry. 2 away. Lucas Wiseman in to try and keep the 2-out rally moving.
Yeah, and again, we run into a little strategy here. Infielders should turn around, tell the outfielders, any base hit to either one of you guys, throw the ball to second base. Do not throw it home and let these runners move up. Keep the force in play. All we need is 1 out. So a base hit, throw the ball to second base. Do not try to throw it home and overthrow everybody, and your runners will move up.
Wiseman hits this one foul, left side.
If you go to a big league game, you'll see the infielders do it. They'll tap their head. That means throw the ball to second. Keep the force in place. So keep the force outs at second and third in play. Do not try to throw home when you're up 6-2 and you'll have a dribbler go through the infield, especially in this high grass. You're probably not going to throw anybody out at home anyway.
Take off over to first. Henry safe. Wiseman 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts and a ground out. Struck out looking in the first, ground out in the fourth, went down swinging in the sixth. 0-1, cut out and missed. Runner goes going to move up to third, and the catcher, Lipinski, is going to let him get to third base. So Drake Boucher at third. 0-2. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Toronto looking to avoid their first loss of the season. The righty, Matt Graniti, takes the sign from Lipinski. Comes set. 0-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and that one missed outside and low.
The hardest out in baseball, the last one.
Staying alive.
Trying to battle till the end, trying to get that tying run up there who's on deck to give him a chance.
One, 2. Popped up. In play. This could do it. Rosnick. Nope, it's Braden Cover. Second baseman catches the final out, and the Wheeling Central Maroon Knights come to the Gem City and leave with a 6-2 victory. We're going to get the post-game highlights here in a moment for you. 6-2 is the final score. A fantastic matchup between 2 fantastic teams. Rich Donnelly, as you mentioned, both of these teams are going to be in the thick of it later on in the regular season.
Yeah, 2 very well-pitched games. Actually, very well played. Only 2 errors in the game, and like I say, you're going to see both of these guys on each side of the river at the end of the year.
The winning pitcher, Steven Brodegard. His line, impressive. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. 1 walk, 2 at batsman, 11 strikeouts. The loser is Drake Boucher in this one. Boucher finishing this matchup 4 1/3, 2 earned runs, struck out 3, walked 2, hit 1. No save opportunity. The time of the game, 2 hours and 13 minutes. Wheeling Central a winner. 6 runs on 9 hits, no errors, and 9 left on base. Toronto, 2 runs on 5 hits. They committed 4 errors and left 7 on base in this one. Rich Donnelly, your final thoughts as we say goodnight in this one.
A team that usually plays a clean game usually wins. The Red Knights played a clean game. Good pitching, good defense, timely hitting. Works every time. For
the rest of our WTOV9 production crew and Rich Donnelly, I'm Jack Hillgrove, repeating the final score from the Red Knight Baseball Complex here in Toronto. Wheeling Central leaving victorious 6-2. Check these highlights out later on News 9 10 on Fox 9 and News 9 tonight, and later on tonight at WTOV9.com. We'll talk to you then. Have a good one.
The Brooke County Schools Wellness Center, where fitness, health, and community come together. From state-of-the-art cardio equipment to strength machines and heavy dumbbells, there's something for every fitness level. Students, athletes, and community members all call this their fitness home. Whether it's a workout, a morning swim, or strength routine. Brooke County Schools Wellness Center, building strength, balance, and a healthier community. Brooke County Schools, the place to be.
My name is Patrick Storer, and I'm a physical therapist with WVU Medicine. A lot of people in the Valley have the misconception